as also being one of the spacewalkers. Did you have any aspiration or wanted to be one of the spacewalkers on the mission, or did you have the opportunity to get the training for that?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you on that one. First of all, I'm a flight engineer, so the flight engineer takes care of the inside. It's very rare that the flight engineer gets to do a spacewalk because you're taking care of the inside. I operate the robotic arm. But I'll tell you, I don't think spacewalking was my forte, and I think it was the build of my body. I'm very broad at the shoulders to get in a small suit, and too short to get into a medium suit. So I was always fighting the suit. I could do the job, but I wasn't completely 100% comfortable. So to me, it was just as good that I didn't get selected to be an EVA spacewalker. The three guys that do that, or three persons, because Nicole was one of them, sit in the mid-deck. And they're just a sack of potatoes on the way up. But they have the coolest job once they're up there. They do the spacewalks. So yeah, I would have loved to have done it, but also being on the flight deck, are you kidding me? Sitting in the middle of the two pilots getting the panoramic view, I mean, hey, that's pretty cool too. So yeah, but yeah, EVA was not my forte, I'll admit that. I'm hoping there's not an EVA trainer here to say, yeah, he's tough.
I mean, I have to say something in your defense because the suits that are used for EVAs are very limited in size options, right? There's a big issue, so they're now introducing a new suit.
I still have a bad shoulder because of it. Because, getting into the shell, I jacked up my shoulder and it still hurts. I gotta get it operated sooner or later.
Actually, there's research that shows that there's a high incident of rotator cuff damage among former astronauts.
I wonder if I could have NASA pay for the operation.
Probably. I think we have time for one more question.
If you had the chance to, would you go to space again?
In a heartbeat. I always say, hey Elon, give me a call. Always, yeah, absolutely, I would go again, especially now that my kids are bigger. Let's get her question too. Especially now that my kids are bigger, I'm in a different stage of life. I would love to go. I mean, they say there's a lot of radiation on the moon and all that. Well, send us older people.
En español,
Sí.
Si tú pudieras a estar con tu versión de 10 años, cuando apenas vistes ahí en el Apolo 11, ¿qué le dirías tú ahorita?
Oh, she's saying, if you can face your 10-year-old self when you decided to become an astronaut watching Apollo 17, what would you tell your 10-year-old self? I would say, enjoy the ride.
Wow.
Because I'm going to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, clearly we could keep this conversation going for a long time. And Jose, it's been such a pleasure having this conversation with you and having you share your life story and being so vulnerable, and then also answering all of our questions.
Absolutely.
And know that there's a lot of love in this audience for you, and